Good evening. My name is Rachel Davis, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Corrie ten Boom. What do you think would have happened if nobody during the Holocaust took a stand for the Jews? Luckily, Corrie ten Boom and her family decided that the risk of losing their life was well worth it. And by the end of this speech, I know that you will understand the importance of showing kindness and courage to those around you. I learned a lot about Corrie ten Boom through her book, The Hiding Place. She wrote this book along with other authors, and afterward, I decided to research more about her. And I realized that Corrie ten Boom's success during the Holocaust resulted in the survival of many Jews, the arrest of her family, and the start of a worldwide ministry. So throughout this speech, we will cover Corrie's life at home during the Holocaust, Corrie's life in prison because of the Holocaust, and Corrie's life after the Holocaust ended. So let's begin with Corrie's life at home during the Holocaust. In the article, A Story of Faith, Heroism, ten Boom's own words used for one woman play, written on March 14, 2019 in ProQuest, David Young indicates that before the war, Miss ten Boom's ministry involved working with retarded children in her hometown of Haarlem, Holland. Not only did Corrie have a heart for these people, but she was raised in a family that believed that you're supposed to help the needy because of their Christian faith. However, they needed to make some changes because when the war sprang about, many Jews flocked to their home because of their testimony and faith of helping the needy. Therefore, a secret room no larger than a small wardrobe closet was built into Corrie's bedroom behind a false wall. The space could hold up to 6 people at a time, all of whom had to stand quiet and still. This quote was from Corrie ten Boom biography on biography.com, which was published on April 8, 2015. And right here was where the hiding place was, but obviously there was a wall right there. So because of this hiding place, over 800 Jews' lives were saved. Now, to continue, the Nazis discovered of the ten Boom's ministry, but they never found the hiding place. However, their family was split up and put in prison. Only Betsy and Corrie, her sister Betsy and Corrie, were placed together in a concentration camp in Germany. In his article, The Incredible Life of Corrie ten Boom, published on April 18, 2018, in Allocation.com, Stephen Barnes reveals that at night, after their long and torturous day of work, the two women would hold worship services in the women's barracks. There would be prayers and whispered hymns from some of the women. Then Corrie or Betsy would read from the Dutch Bible that they had managed to sneak into the camp, translating out loud. Although Corrie and Betsy were pretty much tortured in this camp, they chose to use this as a ministry, and they gave hope to all of these women that were in there. Now, after the war, Corrie built this rehabilitation center for Jews that were suffering from the war and Germans that were a part of the Nazis, and she provided food and shelter, and she shared the gospel with them. In the Corrie ten Boom biography, published on April 8, 2015, in biography.com, states that in 1946, she began a worldwide ministry that took her to more than 60 countries. She received many tributes, including being knighted by the Queen of the Netherlands. In 1971, she wrote a best-selling book of her experiences during World War II entitled The Hiding Place. Now, this book is still read all over the world today. Because of Corrie's obedience to God, her acts of kindness and courage still affect the world we live in today. So, to summarize, although Corrie and her family could have avoided the Holocaust altogether because they weren't technically Jews, they chose to put others' needs before their own, which ended up saving many Jews' lives. They were put in prison, and they started a worldwide ministry. So today, I want to encourage you all to do the same, of showing kindness and courage no matter where you're at. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question. You said that Corrie and Betsy were separated by their family. What happened to Betsy and the rest of Corrie's family?
Yes. You want to know what happened to Betsy and the rest of the family? All right. Thank you for asking a question. So Betsy and Corrie, when they were put into the concentration camp, Betsy actually died, well, we don't know how long, but she died in there. And then 12 days later, Corrie was taken out of the concentration camp. Are there any more questions? Yes.
You showed a photo of Corrie's home, and it was called a museum. Why was it called a museum?
We'll go to that. She's wanting to know why this is called a museum and not, why is there a sign there, really? So basically now, after the war ended, they made this a museum for people to go walk through. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.